The city of Charlotte is ready to rock. Welcome to the Duke's Mayo Classic inside Bank of America Stadium, usually home to the Carolina Panthers, but tonight it is getting set for a Sun Belt and American Conference battle. App State and Charlotte. New coaches, new players, new season. It's going to be a lot of fun here tonight on this Friday of Week 1. Let's go. We are fired up to get the season started. Courtney Lyle alongside former UMass running back Rini Ngolia, and so many questions. Hopefully we'll get some answers tonight about these teams.
You said it, 112 new players for both teams respectively, new coaching staffs. We don't really know what we're going to get. And when we talked to both coaches, they said, you know, tonight's game's more about us than them. We're all about to find out together.
That UMass education with that math right there. Let's go. Well, talking about quarterbacks, that's obviously one of the most important positions on the field. There were some question marks, and both of these teams went through quarterback battles. For App State, we're used to seeing Joey Aguilar at quarterback. Well, guess what? He's playing for the Tennessee Volunteers, so A.J. Swan is going to get the start tonight.
This quarterback battle literally went down to like yesterday. And I think they're both going to play. Swan's going to get the start. Listen, two really good quarterbacks. They got all the attributes, can make all the throws. Like a lot of the quarterbacks in the portal that move around, they just lack the game experience. But they're going to get it tonight.
Yeah, their head coach is a first-time head coach.
Yeah.
Dow Loggins was the offensive coordinator, the play caller at South Carolina. He will be the play caller here at App State.
And that's the thing. First-time head coach, but he's still going to call plays. So a lot for him to juggle tonight. Be interesting watching him.
On the other side for Charlotte, they have a new head man of the 49ers. Tim Albin had a lot of success at Ohio. In fact, he won the MAC last year.
When I think Tim Albin, I think stability. His first year as head coach at Ohio, won 3 games. The next 3 years, won 10, 10, and 10 in the MAC championship. It's exactly what Charlotte needs, a guy like Tim Albin. It's a great hire.
Yeah, he told us that I don't think he can practice anymore, they said, for the Charlotte program. They are ready to play and figure out where this program measures up. And again, so many questions this week 1, you just kind of focus on yourself.
No, there's no doubt about it. You want to be clean. You know that first game, it's hard to be clean though with penalties and blown assignments, but you just want to try to minimize it the best you can tonight.
So App State won the coin toss. They elect to defer. So Charlotte is going to receive the opening kickoff, and they are about to start their 2025 season. It is Cash McVay to kick things off for App State. And that kick goes well out of the end zone. So for the Charlotte team, they also had a quarterback battle, but at the start of the week, they went ahead and named their starting quarterback. So Connor Harrell, the transfer from North Carolina, number 15 in that green jersey, he gets the nod.
Yeah, 6'2", 210, strong arm, athletic, and I think that's really what they like. Todd Fitch, the offensive coordinator, he's kind of dual threat, but decision-making is going to be very important for him tonight. Again, another good quarterback, a lot of attributes, just really lacks a lot of game experience, but he's got a little bit more than what they got on the App State side.
Full circle moment. His first career start was actually in this stadium in the Duke's Mayo Bowl game. And that is something that Charlotte is going to hate. Before we even snap the football,
number 68,
a penalty.
5-yard penalty.
Yeah, that's the opposite of clean.
Scott Broadway is our referee, and all offseason, going back to spring camp, Tim Albin has been preaching Charlotte can't beat Charlotte. They were one of the most penalized teams in the nation. Turns around and hands the football off, a pickup of a yard, and C.J. Stokes, he's getting the nod. He was injured last year with a broken shoulder in week 4, was limited in the spring, but back in the fall.
Actually got hurt on a TD run against Indiana. A good back, healthy, ready to go this season.
Put Jake Young in motion, the tight end. And back to C.J. Stokes, trying to get around the outside, but Colton Ferris, one of their linebackers they're going to rely on with the takedown.
Yeah, Ferris is the green dot, coach the player communication, playing that middle linebacker spot. Used to be a free safety, bulked up, has moved up into that linebacker position. Call him a Swiss Army knife, can kind of do it all out there.
And Charlotte on its first possession facing 3rd and 12. First time Connor Harrell will drop back and look to throw. Hit as he's thrown. The ball does go forward. And I think Gus McGee, the tight end, was able to scoop it up. Excuse me, Jake Young.
Ruling on the field is an incomplete pass.
And so Charlotte will be forced to punt. Not the way you want to start.
No, and I think Harrell's arm was going forward. Let's get a look at it here. Yeah, I think it's a good call by this crew. You know, Tim Elbin preached, besides being clean, they all preach clean, staying ahead of the chains on schedule, getting a penalty before you even snap your first ball, and really not getting any push up front, and not the way to stay ahead of the chains.
So Bronson Long is on to punt for Charlotte. Jaden Barnes back to receive for App State. Barnes going to try to go and steps out about midfield. So App State's going to start with some solid field position for our first offensive possession. And A.J. Swan coming out. His third different school was at Vandy, then LSU last year. And these are his numbers in a couple of seasons playing for the Commodores in Nashville.
Yeah, and I think guys like A.J. Swan and all these quarterbacks that kind of move around, it's like it's your time to shine now, right? You've won the starting job, and guess what? Your defense just opened the game with a 3 and out, and you got great field position to begin your career here at App State.
Rolling out, throwing on the move, and connecting with Jaden Barnes, who just had the punt return. He's got a first down on the first play.
Yeah, and I love that play call from Coach Loggins there. You see the smoothness of A.J. Swan as he rolls to the left, throws a BB out there, and they're going to go with a little tempo.
Barnes in motion to the ground game, and Rashad DeBinion. And Charlotte ready for it, throws him back, no gain on the play. DJ Burgess in on the tackle.
And as Burgess is getting up, his helmet comes off, so he's got to come out for a play, but good job by that defensive line to win at the point of attack for Charlotte.
This time they'll throw it to DeBinion, the transfer from Arkansas, and this is a player they're really high on. He's going to carry the main load in the backfield, and we've already seen him used 2 different ways.
Yeah, and he is an experienced player. He's definitely a 3-down back. 5'10", 210, can run, can catch the ball out of the backfield. He can also block, pass protection.
The fan base is fired up about him. I heard people at dinner talking about him last night at the table next to us.
He's a running back, of course.
Swan looking for help, has got time, now he's got to move. Flag comes out in the backfield, and pass incomplete. We'll see what the penalty is.
Yeah, and that's the problem when you just scramble and you hold on for dear life, you're going to get a holding call.
Offense number 55, 10-yard penalty, it's third down.
That's on Shamar Jackson, the left guard. You know, talking to Dowell Loggins, the play caller once again, and the head coach, he's going to tailor his offense and the playbook to who is in the quarterback position. They don't have to fit his system. Yeah. He's going to fit to them.
Very important. It's about players, right? Not the plays that you want to run. And good coordinators, good coaches do that. They tailor things to their personnel.
So 3rd and long from the 39 in Charlotte territory. Swan eyes downfield and heaving up a shot. Incomplete.
Great pass by A.J. Swan then.
He was looking for Dalton Stroman.
Yeah. Either Stroman catches it or nobody catches it. And Stroman almost came down with it. Doesn't make the catch. His foot would have been out of bounds anyway. But that's a good ball by A.J. Swan. Charlotte only rushed 3. They had 8 back in coverage. That's a good read by Swan. Just couldn't connect it. But I like what I see out of A.J. Swan early.
And for Dalton Stroman, I mean, he's their only preseason all-Sun Belt selection. So they're expecting him to do some nice things for him. That wide receiver room, though, more of a fluid depth chart, Coach is telling us.
And that's, you know, early on, we're probably going to see some guys that maybe...
Delay of game. Offense, 5-yard penalty. It's 4th down.
Trying to get a little more room.
They weren't even worried about it on the field. They want that 5 yards. So if I'm Tim Elbin, I actually decline that penalty right there. I'm like, no, I'm not going to give you the 5. You want it, I'm not giving it to you.
So Ian Ratliff the transfer from Texas, who actually was with Marshall in the spring, but now finds himself at App State. His on to punt. Javen Nicholas is back, calls for the fair catch for Charlotte. So Charlotte, first possession, 3 and out, trying for a little bit better success on offense. They'll have the ball for the second time when we come back. We've got 2 teams that won 5 games apiece last year, and a lot of new, including new head coaches. What's the biggest challenge?
I mean, I think that what they all deal with, you bring that many players in, right? Just kind of bring them together as a family, as a culture, and then you're a new staff too, trying to bring it all together. So just a lot of moving pieces when you bring in a new coaching staff and that many new players.
Hey, we were talking to the Charlotte new head coach, Tim Alvin, and he said, look, the portal creates a team, but character creates a program. So it's really about the individuals who are in that program.
And in FBS football this season, 30 new coaching staffs, and all of them have 50 to 60 new players.
Second series here for Charlotte. They went 3 and out in their first, and they'll go to the ground game. Saw their first 2 plays of this game, handoffs to C.J. Stokes. And they continue that trend, a guy they were really excited to get back. And he's a Columbia, South Carolina native, so he's got a lot of family coming up for this game.
And Tim Alvin, there's no doubt, he wants to get a running game. He got to win at the line of scrimmage early here.
Connor Harrell, who was named the starter earlier this week, connecting to Gus McGee, flag out.
Reception for Gus McGee. Flag is down.
Holding. Offense, number 68. Half the distance to the goal. It's second down.
That's Jesse Ramil, the left tackle, the JMU transfer.
Yeah, played all 12 games last year for JMU. Great addition. 68 right there, circling for you. And there's really no need to do that. The center judge threw that flag. You're blocking him. You're fine. You have him locked up. Just stay up, locked up with him. No sense to slam him down. They're looking right at it through the play. They're going to call holding.
So that's a couple of penalties already on Charlotte, where that was a big emphasis in the offseason, so much so that Coach Albin carried a flag around at practice and would throw it. They throw it to C.J. Stokes, and App State's defense already all over it. Bryshawn Littlejohn.
You know, and Littlejohn's an outside linebacker, plays that will linebacker, but he runs like a safety. He looks like he got shot out of cannon there, coming up to make that tackle.
An App State defense who absolutely struggled last year. Yeah, not a strength of theirs.
Yeah, my notes for Littlejohn, I say, has good twitch. Well, yeah, that's what good twitch is right there, that tackle.
Exhibit A. Third and long, not close to getting it. Makes it to the 12-yard line before Ethan Johnson meets him to take it down.
And that's where you just don't want to make a mistake. Back in the day when we played, if you were inside the 10-yard line, your first goal was just try to get a first down, right? Try to get a first down, get your punter some room. They were unable to do that, and punting from the goal line here.
So 2 3-and-outs to start this game for Charlotte. Bronson Long on to punt. Jaden Barnes. Flag comes out as he's taken down inside the 35-yard line.
Well, you know, just because you put your arms up doesn't mean you can't block a guy in the back.
Yeah.
You see guys do that. That's what happened on this play here. Put his arms up, but clearly got him in the back, and side judge saw it and threw the flag.
During the return, personal foul, illegal blindside block on the return team. 15-yard penalty, first down.
Worse than a block in the back.
Yeah.
Blindside, it's a 15-yarder.
App State on offense for the second time when we come back. A scoreless ball game here in Charlotte.
The Duke's Mayo Classic is brought to you by DQ. Happy tastes good.
Well, on this new App State coaching staff, there's about 93 years of combined NFL experience, and that has impacted everything they do. for starters, instead of fall camp, they called it training camp.
Yep.
They got over 900 more reps this fall than the players did last fall because of using an NFL-style training camp.
Coach Logan said everything they did in training camp was run like the NFL runs it.
Associate head coach Clyde Christensen, a big part of that, his impact too. And second series here for App State, and just like the first one on the first play, they get a first down.
And that's staying ahead of the chains right there. Give it to Dominion. Good job up front.
A.J. Swan getting the start at quarterback tonight, just out of reach of Jaden Barnes. He was in a battle all fall camp with J.J. Cole, and Noah Gillen was also in that mix. It was funny, Dowell Logan said in his press conference earlier this week, he said, yeah, we've got a 2.5-man race.
Yeah.
They put the freshman in there.
Freshman gets a half.
He
That's
gets a
it.
half.
Yep. He said, I didn't misspeak. Freshman gets a half. That's the first pass by A.J. Swan where I think he rushed it a little bit, and he knows he pointed to himself. He could have completed that one there if he just takes a beat, takes an extra second.
Play action, they'll swing it out to Dalton Schroman. His first touch, and really close to the chains. Just over the 40-yard line before he was stopped by Ty Baldwin.
And I really like the job Isaiah Cummings, number 4, the tight end on the outside blocking. That's what makes those quarterback or those wide receiver screens, those pop screens go, blocking on the outside.
John Dominion gets the carry, trying to trudge forward. I think he got enough. They're motioning to move the chains. Late flag comes out. Dominion was trying to get out of a tackle. I saw one of the Charlotte defenders flipped over.
Yeah, with Shea Taylor, 35, got flipped over. Maybe a little acting on it, but he definitely flipped over. Reed Williford was in there to make that tackle, but enough to get the first down. But now we got to sort this out. It's a dead ball foul. It's after the play. So if it's a first down, it'll stay a first down. Yeah, there's a little slap in the face. You see Shea Taylor, a little bit of a, fall over like he got hit by a 400-pound guy, but a little slap to the face, but enough to get a penalty.
Shea Taylor, one of the captains, and one of the guys that transferred in from Ohio.
There is no foul on the play.
And they're going to talk and pick it up.
There's no foul on the play. It's first down.
And honestly, I don't have a problem with that. They were in the pile. It was nothing real egregious. Go in, talk about it, and pick it up.
Shea Taylor, number 35 in green. He is going to be a big factor for the Charlotte defense. Transferred in from Ohio. He's a captain. Dominion takes a hit. There's a flag. Takes it to the 48-yard line.
Holding. Offense, number 55. 10-yard penalty. It's first down.
I got my 2025 NCAA points of emphasis for the officials. Holding's not on there,
Yeah.
but it is in this game.
Well, Shamar Jackson, again, we've heard his name called a couple of times.
And he's looking at the big screen. He's like, I didn't hold. Let's take a look. Big 55 right in the middle of the screen. I tell you, is his hand behind him a little bit? Yes, but I've seen worse not get called. And that's exactly what he's saying. I thought he was, the hands need to be inside a little bit more, but I've seen worse.
Well, that backs him up to the 33-yard line. They've got to get to Charlotte's 49. Empty backfield here for A.J. Swan. He's going to go. Up the middle, dives past the 40. He'll be marked at the 40, a yard short of the original line.
Yeah, Shea Taylor, the aforementioned Shea Taylor, 35. Nice job getting off coverage there, getting A.J. Swan.
And Shea Taylor, the coaches told us he could call the defense if they needed him to.
And he's the green dot, so, the coaches are talking to him. Defensive coordinator Nate Fonis is talking to him.
Pass incomplete to Stroman. And by the way, we've seen App State make a change at the left guard position. Shamar Jackson been whistled for a couple of holding penalties. So Kate Sweat, 52, is in there now.
Yeah, a couple penalties and put another guy in there.
For this offensive line, Coach Loggins told us he felt solid about them, not great about the offensive line. Wanted to see how they responded. But now, 3rd and 10.
Yeah, one of the points of emphasis was that offensive line needed to gel well together tonight.
Swan with time to throw, and he's got a deep ball down the field. Leaping up is Jaden Barnes. Ball popped out. They're signaling touchback.
Well, it's going to go to review. Jaden Barnes made an incredible catch, but he didn't get into the end zone quickly. He just kind of made the catch and slowed into the end zone, and the defender from Charlotte comes from behind and knocks the ball out.
Yeah, it's J.Q. Conley.
Yeah, I mean, hard to tell from that angle. Remember, the call on the field is that he fumbled it before he broke the play.
It's a touchback. The ball was touched.
So we heard what the call was on the field. The back judge is right there in perfect position, looking right down the goal line. And so, you know, again, Barnes makes a beautiful catch.
Yes.
But to me, he kind of lollygagged, showboated it into that last 5 yards. It got to get across the goal line. Boy.
Wow.
And remember,
and how about J.Q. Conley sticking with that play?
Another captain for Charlotte, never giving up, punching the ball out from behind exactly the way you're taught. Now remember, in college football, every play is looked at by replay, even if they don't stop it on the field. So they're looking at it, okay? Verbiage has changed this year. You need clear and obvious
The previous
to
play
overturn it.
is under video review.
And I figured they would stop and really look at this. Now, the command center back in Birmingham, it's the same command center the SEC uses. Sunbelt is in that realm as well. They got a bunch of monitors. They're looking at it too.
Yeah, so Trip Self is our replay official who is
here on site, yes.
Yeah, here in Bank of America Stadium, but he can use that resource. They're helping him get eyes on this and make sure that he sees all the looks. The original call was that Jaden Barnes lost the football into Charlotte touchback.
Yeah, and again, needs to be clear and obvious for replay that he broke the plane or not. And you see the back judge standing to the left. He clearly goes to his beanbag, no hesitation, drops it. That signifies a fumble. This might be our best look. Yeah, you know, from that angle there, and again, you see the back judge. No one has a better view than that back judge right there. I think this call is going to be upheld. I don't see anything clear and obvious to overturn it. And again, you gotta have a sense of urgency to get that ball across the goal line. And you said it, Court, Jaquarius Conley, A+ effort there to not give up on the play and punch that ball out from behind.
He's one of the captains, a transfer from North Carolina, and the coaching staff told us too, an NFL prospect.
After video review, the ruling on the field is upheld.
So it was not clear and obvious enough to overturn that. They are upholding the call.
That's new verbiage for you fans listening. It's just upheld, stands and confirmed is bye-bye, which I like.
If you're Charlotte, you've got to do something with this. You've gone 3 and out twice. You are almost scored on. Now is the time. Connor Harrell back out there. 2 targets at the top of the screen and penalty.
False start. Offense number 70. It's a 5-yard penalty. It's first down.
It's on Dallas Shirley, the right guard.
Played at Division II Newberry. Can play all the different positions, but boy, you just cannot start a drive with a false start. You're just shooting yourself in the foot.
Charlotte has done that twice tonight. Off-play action, trying to scramble around and eaten up at the 16-yard line. Colton Ferris.
Yeah, the one thing, this App State defense, coached by defensive coordinator DJ Smith, an alum, played at App State, won a national championship back at 1AA back then. Very active, aggressive defensive unit.
Harrell in trouble. Steps out just shy of the 20.
And that was Caleb Sandstrom, 41. That's a defensive lineman And you see how quick he got to Connor Harrell, forcing him out of the pocket, and on 2nd and long, you'll take that all day long.
Well, TJ Smith told us that Caleb Sandstrom, he is old school App State. Toughness, grit, he loves this guy. Harrell looking for his guy on the near side, Sean Brown. And that's going to be enough to move the chains. And that's exactly where to run to.
Yeah, and that's a great route, right to the sticks, and Connor Harrell shows you his arm strength there. That's NFL throw, right? Far hash, deep out across the field. Look at that. That's a big-time throw right there, and a great route to get to the sticks.
A Charlotte program that played 3 quarterbacks last year, all of them gone, so they had another quarterback battle this year, and Connor Harrell earned the job earlier this week. He's a mobile guy, but as you can see, can throw the football too. CJ Stokes broke a hole, and that's a nice play on 1st down. Trying to stay on schedule.
And that's it, you know, Court, 1st down, it's huge. 3-4 yards, you gotta stay positive on 1st down. That keeps you on schedule, ahead of the chains. That's even better right there, the 7-yard pickup on 1st down.
Looking for the 41. Stokes picks up a yard, dropped by Kevin Abrams for Wayne. They call him Bash.
You know, and Tim Albin's an old school coach, though. He wants to be physical up front. He wants to win the line of scrimmage. He wants to run first and throw second. So concerted effort trying to get the run going this possession.
Third and 2. We're just going to ride C.J. Stokes. He's got it.
And that was all C.J. Stokes. Great vision, great cut in the hole to bend it back to make sure he gets the 1st down. The App State defender, 13, Elijah McCantos, he was coming. Looked like he was going to make a tackle for a loss. And Stokes is able, watch this, goes right, here comes 13, boom, back up. Square the shoulders and go and get the 1st down. It's a nice run by Stokes.
First drive for Charlotte where they haven't gone 3 and out today. You go back to Stokes if it's working. Picks up 3. CJ Stokes, by the way, he's a national champion. He's a part of that Michigan team a couple of years ago, spent 2 seasons there. He's also a 4-time state champion. He's going to rotate out, and we'll see Cameron Smith come in at number 25 in the green jersey and line up behind Harrell. Smith found a hole, dove forward. He was a rusher and a target at Western Illinois last year. Spent 1 season there, made 11 starts. Before that, he was at Missouri S&T.
6 foot 225, coach said. Cam Smith gets us the dirty yards.
I loved that quote. 3rd down on the way. Charlotte 2 for 4 on 3rd down. Put Smith in motion. They motion him into the backfield. Harrell eyes over the middle of the field. Flags down. 2 flags come out quickly in the backfield as the pass complete to Jaden McGowan.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, hit above the shoulder, 15-yard penalty, automatic 1st down.
Excellent job by Connor Harrell. App State sends a blitz, they do a good job picking it up, but he knows he's gonna get hit. High hit, get the personal foul, but he puts it right on his receiver. The slant over the middle, they pick up the 1st down with the reception, but add on another 15.
mean, that's 2 plays on this drive. App State's hurt themselves.
Yep.
Dropping the ball in the end zone, which would have been a touchdown, and then that penalty right there put Charlotte at the 31 of App State.
And I think replay's probably going to look at this for targeting. Let's see if I'm right here. Because he put his head in there. Did he dip his head enough?
The previous play is under video review for possible targeting.
Now remember, quarterback's defenseless throwing, okay? So forcible contact to the head or neck area. We have that, and we have defenses. Did he launch? Did he attack? I don't think so. But on the other side, we'll come back and we'll talk about it.
Yeah, so they're taking a look at this play. Charlotte with great field position, trying to put some scores on the board for the first time. They were reviewing the last play for targeting. This was called roughing the passer. They went back and looked and didn't see any targeting there by Caleb Sandstrom of App State.
And I like it. There wasn't that third element, that indicator of a launch or an attack, so I'm glad they didn't throw him out of the game for targeting.
This will be the 10th play of the drive for Charlotte, their best drive of the game. Harrell's got to go and just throws it away. Dylan Manuel getting up there after Harrell. And the official having to talk to him after that.
Well, he had to be careful because Manuel kind of came down on him out of bounds. And you've seen that thrown as you know, a personal foul. They don't throw it. But just no time for Harrell as he rolls out. He just wisely threw that ball away.
Charlotte got a break to start this drive. App State almost had its first score of the game, but a great defensive play by J.Q. Conley allowed, instead of the touchdown, it ended up being a touchback for Charlotte, and here they go. They'll swing it out quickly. Justin Olson falling forward. I think he still needs one more yard, just shy of the 20.
A good quick release by Connor Harrell there. Little three-quarter sling right there out to his receiver, Justin Olson.
Connor Harrell has talked too about the offensive coordinator Todd Fitch, and just how much he liked learning from him. He's really smart. He teaches things well, and that's important.
Todd Fitch, 35-ish years.
Under center, they turn it around and hand it off to C.J. Stokes, who is immediately thumped by Rondo Porter, the transfer from South Carolina.
Yeah, and don't be fooled with the number 44. They wear those skill numbers. Rondo Porter's a 300-pounder in there at defensive tackle, 6 foot. He's low. He's got good leverage and just got off the ball.
Number
so
71
quick right there, made that play.
Hey, he's skilled. Come on.
Well, no, he's skilled. You know what I mean.
A guy that was on the scout team at South Carolina and then got to play in 9 games. Here comes the field goal.
Quick enough to be a running back there for me on that play.
Liam Boyd looking for a 42-yarder. We got some points in this game. Nothing Charlotte.
Hey, got to finish drives, right? Would love a touchdown there, but at least you get something positive. You get 3, and because of your effort on defense, you're winning this game.
Well, tomorrow at 9 a.m. Eastern on ESPN, the all-new app, too. We will celebrate the coach, Lee Corso's final game day. 38 years, Rainey, if you can believe it. Wow, from the shoe in Columbus, Ohio, the site of #1 Texas and #3 Ohio State. And so we went back in the archives. We take you back to September 17, 2022, game day in Boone with this App State program. Going Yosef.
Love it.
Just some iconic moments, right?
What a career for Coach Corso. It's going to be missed, but I mean, he left football, college football, in such a better place.
App State's going to run this out. Trying to hand it off to Barnes. It's going to stay inside the 10.
I was wondering, I'm like, you're about 6 yards deep. Why are you running this out? Because they had a reverse called, and you know, kids are like, we're going to run this reverse. Sometimes you're better off just, hey, don't do it. Take the touchback, but good coverage by Charlotte. You kind of feel like since that fumble at the end zone and the touchback, Charlotte's got a little momentum now.
Yeah, how do you approach this now if you're App State coming back out?
Listen, you got to kind of do what you did. You were moving the ball. You just got to finish the drive. You got to get it through the end zone. Protect the football.
Jakari Lewis is the back. They call him Trigg. Yeah, and this, the coaches told us, this is a freshman you got to keep your eye on. They're really excited about him.
Yeah, he's quick, and you saw that quickness right there off the right side. He's the type of guy that he makes a guy miss, breaks a tackle, he can go the distance.
Swan going to the air, tossing it to the tight end, Isaiah Cummings, the transfer from Louisville.
Boy, such great pocket awareness and poise by A.J. Swan. Things are flying all around him on the side. He just easily slides up in the pocket and throws a strike to his tight end, Cummings.
And that's a 21-yard pickup for Isaiah Cummings, who's at his 3rd different school, spent time at Louisville and Kentucky. A low throw, will drop to the knees to get it just past the 40-yard line for Dalton Stroman. We're approaching the end of the first quarter here.
That's the end of the first quarter.
So a season of new has kicked off. Just a 3-0 lead for Charlotte here in this Sun Belt and American Conference battle. App State and Charlotte from Bank of America Stadium. This is how App State's last drive ended. A big play for Charlotte. Jaden Barnes went up to grab this football, but couldn't finish the play.
Yeah, he didn't see the defender coming from behind him, and he just kind of thought he was getting in the end zone. And
A.J. Swan quickly connecting over the middle, and the pass is caught at the 45-yard line, scooped up by William Fowles. Randy Franklin in coverage.
But going back to the plays, Jaquarius Conley not giving up on it, knocking it out from behind.
So App State trying to respond. They give up a field goal. Way overshoots. A little miscommunication.
Yeah, 100%. Yep. Swan thought he was going down the corner. Fowles said, I'm gonna do a stop route. Miscommunication.
So A.J. Swan got the start tonight. What have you thought so far?
He's made some really good throws. I think his poise in the pocket's good. I think just, your momentum gets crushed when you make a big pass and you should have a touchdown, and it just kind of deflates you, and you just got to start over, and that's where they're at right now.
I'll swing it out to Dupa Coleman. No gain. In fact, loses a couple of yards. Cary Grant all over it for the 49ers.
That's how you come. Grant plays that nickel. Safety coming like that, used to call that blood alley back in the day. You come down and you hit. That's exactly what Cary Grant did right there.
So App State facing third down, and they're 1-3 tonight on third down. Looking for the Charlotte 34. Swan hit as he throws this ball, and only player in range was Dupa Coleman.
And it was really good coverage in the back end by the secondary there of Charlotte.
C.J. Clinkscale Jr. over there for the Charlotte 49ers.
I talked about this earlier. If you're a fan of a team that just hasn't been good the last couple of years, the way college football is now with a new staff and 50, 60 new players, you can really do a 180 in one season. You can. It's possible.
Nicholas back for Charlotte, calls for the fair catch. Well, our Labor Day weekend ABC and ESPN featured college football lineup begins. What a triple header for you. We have tomorrow, we have for you tomorrow, number 24 Tennessee hosting Syracuse, 8th ranked Alabama and Florida State in the top 10 matchup in Death Valley, LSU and Clemson. Hey, for that Tennessee team, by the way, Joey Aguilar getting the start at quarterback. He was a staple at App State, and now wearing the orange and white on Rocky Top.
Did a little trade, right, with Nico Ilemayava, went to UCLA. Aguilar was at App State, UCLA, and now Tennessee. A lot of movement. You gotta keep track, but that's why I love doing like Friday night games, because now tomorrow I can get home, sit on the couch, and just watch all those great matchups.
Yeah, it's gonna be fantastic. I think I read Tennessee and Kentucky are the only two SEC schools to start a different quarterback into the last 4 years.
Sounds about right.
This is Cameron Smith pounding to the 20. Jaden McBurrows with the tackle, but a nice start for Charlotte, who gained some momentum on their last drive, putting up the first points of the game.
And I made the comment about you can do a 180 in 1 year, and I love what Coach Albin told his players. We need a 3-year mentality. It used to be, give us 3 years to get better. No, we want a three-year mentality. In year 1, we want to win right away.
First down for Charlotte. He also said he wants the last game of the year to mean something.
Which I love. And he goes, listen, it means something. Get to the conference championship game, get bowl eligible, get 5, whatever it is, mean something. And I think that's great, especially for a program that has struggled. You got to have goals. You got to be able to go after them. And again, there he is. I think he's the right man for the job.
MAC championship last year at Ohio. Pass incomplete. And Albin's got a great resume. I mean, what did you like most about what he did, especially with that Ohio program?
He's consistent. So last year, when he was in the MAC championship with Ohio and they went to the Cure Bowl and won the Cure Bowl, he was the only FBS program in the country at that time. They didn't lose anyone in the portal. That's stability. Need to bring that to Charlotte, and I know he'll do that.
He did bring 5 of his players from Ohio and 4 coaches to Charlotte from that Ohio team. Going with Cam Harris on this drive. We've seen mostly C.J. Stokes working in the backfield for Charlotte.
And you talked about it earlier, too. 93 penalties last year for Charlotte. Like, just things like that. New coach comes in. You can fix, those are things you can fix, right? Those unforced errors, the assignments, playing clean. Again, there'll be a ton for every school in the nation to clean up after week 1. Week 1 to week 2, you make your biggest gains.
Third down, Charlotte is 3 for 6. Oh, wide open, Jaden McGowan just out of reach.
Yeah, just missed it. I mean, bodies are flying around. Harold's calm in the pocket here. Watch him, steps up nice. Had a little pressure coming to his left, so I just think that he kind of short-armed it and it sailed on him just a bit and couldn't connect with McGowan. But he went to the right place, he made the right read.
So Charlotte will punt. Jaden Barnes is back for App State. As Bronson Long on for the 49ers to punt. Jaden Barnes has got to back up to the 20. Looking for room on the near side. And a massive takedown. Cary Grant all over it for the Charlotte special teams unit. App State's gonna try to find a little offensive momentum, looking for their first points when we come back.
The Duke's Mayo Classic is brought to you by Walt Disney World Resort, the most magical place on earth, and the Big Dill Meal at Sonic, made with Grillo's Pickles. Live free, eat Sonic.
Goodness gracious. Charlotte up 3-0 here on App State in the Duke's Mayo Classic. Obviously going to have a mayo eating contest. Goodness gracious, I thought that might have been a diving catch for Isaiah Cummings.
Now, just getting back to that, I love Duke's Mayo. It is delicious. It's great. I'm not eating it like that. I'm putting it on turkey sandwich. I'm putting it on my Italian sub, my burger, everything I'm putting it on.
A little BLT?
Little BL, I love a little BLT. Just, not really eating it out of the container like that.
Well, App State trying to find a rhythm here. They've had an opportunity to score, haven't found the end zone yet. Found it, they just dropped the football earlier. There's a pass complete to William Fowles, and that's a first down. A.J. Swan has looked so confident and comfortable.
They were in rhythm that time.
Yes.
Remember, they had the miscommunication that time. Nice little speed out. Good timing there in rhythm. That was a nice play.
I think it does help, too. A.J. Swan, while he's getting the start here at App State, he's got experience.
Yeah.
He was a guy at Vanderbilt a couple years ago, went to LSU last year, didn't see a ton of time. Rashad Dubinion, the Arkansas transfer. Stopped by Gavin Willis.
And we talked about it earlier, but Coach Loggins, this offense staff, they're very high on Dubinion. They really like what he can do. They think he could have a really big season this year for App State.
Dow Loggins recruited him at Arkansas, and he told us he's kind of a quiet guy, but he can definitely light up a room with his personality.
Yeah. Contact balance, that's what he's got.
What does that mean?
Means you can get hit and you stay on your feet.
David Larkins, the tight end, spun down at the 50, first down.
And that's what the good backs do. You run behind your pads, which means you have good forward lean. And then when you get hit from the side, you have that balance where you don't go down, you constantly go forward. Dubinion's that type of back.
Did you have good contact balance?
I would like to believe so.
Yeah.
We had really big shoulder pads in the 90s, so I was forced to lean forward.
Yeah. Play action for Swan. Stepping up in the pocket, making the throw to Dubinion this time. Breaking away. Inside the 35 in Charlotte territory.
It's like he's listening to us, because you just saw a great example of contact balance through a couple different defenders. Watch this now. Little check down, nice. Right here. Boom, contact balance with a spin. Contact balance there, boom, finish the run. Nice.
Dubinion finding space, had to run through his own guy. Ran right into the arms of the center, Will Flowers, and then spun him off inside the 30.
Well, Jamarian Solomon, 51, beat the offensive lineman, came across his face. Dubinion saw that and was able to have the vision to swing it back, and nice pickup on first down with a lot of stuff happening in front of him.
This is the best App State's offense has looked. Oh, soft pass up into the air. I think Dubinion got tripped up.
He did get tripped up, and I think A.J. Swan kind of got tripped up as well, because he wanted to hold that ball just for another count, and he could have just tossed it up where Dubinion caught it like a punt. He felt that pressure and saw it coming, so he had to get rid of it a little sooner than he wanted to, or that would have been a touchdown.
Yeah, I think it was Curtis Simpson who got in the face of A.J. Swan. So third down for App State. Barnes over the middle, first down and more. Cuts back inside, what a move! Spun down around the 2.
Well, he didn't get in, but that's a long way from making up what happened earlier. Nice catch, good run. First and goal for the Mountaineers. And listen, Charlotte comes with a blitz. Good job picking it up. You saw the running back, good pass protection. Trigg stepped up in there. Swan puts it on Barnes, and it's first and goal.
Dubinion. App State has its first touchdown of the season.
That's a good answer. It's a nice drive, good mixture of run and pass. Dubinion, Swan was able to spread it around. We saw the pass to Barnes there. And then Dubinion finishes it off. Good play calling.
Yes. A.J. Swan on that drive, 4 of 6 for 66 yards. Dubinion punches it in, and now Dominic DeFreitas, the true freshman kicker out of Indiana, on to attempt the PAT. First touchdown, first points, first lead of the season for App State.
The finish by Dabinion. The answer by App State. They lead it, 8:38 left in the second.
Rashad Dabinion, the transfer from Arkansas, finds the end zone for App State's first touchdown of the season, and the Mountaineers have their first lead 7-3 here in Charlotte, the Duke's Mayo Classic over the Charlotte team.
Excellent blocking on that left side. Dabinion squaring those shoulders up and getting the pay dirt.
Best thing you saw out of that drive from App State?
The ability to control the line of scrimmage, get Dabinion going running, and then clean pocket for A.J. Swan. Let him complete some passes. All 6 episodes of The Kingdom are available now, streaming on the all-new ESPN app and Disney+. The docuseries takes an unprecedented look at the Kansas City Chiefs' legacy over 60 years of highs and lows, focuses on their incredible 2024 season.
Over, under, how many times will they talk about Taylor Swift?
A lot.
Over, under 5?
Over.
Great promo read.
It's my first promo of the year.
You did great.
Yep. Week 1.
I am excited about seeing that. It's going to be really cool.
So my daughter, who's a Swiftie, texted us and said, "You got to watch it. You got to watch it. It's great." So now she's a huge Kansas City fan.
Love that. Connor Harrell and Charlotte trying to respond after they gave up their first touchdown, trailing for the first time in this game.
I think it's important that Charlotte puts a drive together here and gets some momentum, because you just almost feel like if they get stopped here, App State's starting to kind of feel their oats offensively, and you feel like they can take a hold of this game here before halftime. So we'll see what Charlotte can do here.
I move C.J. Stokes standing next to Harrell. At the top, fires it and gets the first down. Pass is complete to Javen Nicholas.
Yeah, really nice throw and rhythm. Listen, I've been impressed with Connor Harrell too. When he's not forced out of the pocket running for his life, when it's clean and he has time, he can make throws, and has made them.
Throwing with a hand in his face, and a tightly contested ball. Ethan Johnson kept the pass from being complete. You know, when it comes to plays, interesting comparison that we've seen so far in this game when it comes to big yardage plays. App State has 9 plays of 10 or more yards. Charlotte just has 1.
And traditionally 10 or plus, that's chunk yardage, right? So Yeah, that's not a good discrepancy if you're Charlotte.
Second and 10 from their own 37. TJ Stokes. He can hit a hole hard about a yard short of the first down. Stopped by Elijah McCantos.
Yeah, he can. So if you can get him going a little bit, it just forces the App State defense to play a little more honest. And then that's where you can have that cleaner pocket for Connor Harrell. A little play action, but they got to pick it up here, third short.
I'll go back to Stokes, looking for the short yardage play to move the sticks. He will. Jalen Willis was the first to meet him, but he got his job done.
Yeah. And, you know, as I look at my points of emphasis for Charlotte offensively, the first one I have is good on first down, right? So let's see here. 3 to 4 yards will keep you on schedule on first down. We'll see what they do here.
Charlotte taking their time. Harrell resetting. Fakes it to Stokes. Stepping up, way downfield, looking for Jaden McGowan. Pass incomplete and no flags.
Yeah, little contact.
Elijah McCantos there.
Yeah, I like the fact that Harrell takes a shot at McGowan. Let's take a look at the end of this here. He steps up through the pressure, throws it off balance. Yeah, got a little contact there. Again, you know, if a flag goes, I'm not going to argue with it, but they're letting them play.
Stokes has been the workhorse today. He's tripped up at the 46-yard line in App State territory.
Yeah, and so when you can get a run like that on second down, that affords you the ability to take a shot like that on first down where it goes incomplete, because now you're third and manageable here, and you're actually in the area of the field, in the plus area, where I'm pretty sure Tim Elvin, if he doesn't pick it up here, he's going to go for it. So you got 2 downs to pick it up here.
Put McGowan in motion.
Well, now you got a false start to scratch that.
False start. Offense, number 57. It's a 5-yard penalty. It's third down.
That's 3 false starts on the offensive line for Charlotte tonight, and that's Mason Bowers, the right tackle.
And I mean, I hate to be Captain Obvious, but man, on third short, and you do that, now you're in third long, totally changes the complexion and the play call. And those are unforced, right? There's not a defender forcing you to do that, like beating you with an up and under where you're forced to hold. You're just falling back out of your stance. You can't do it.
That's how Charlotte started the game. Before they even snapped the ball, there was a false start penalty. Harrell's got to go. Still keeping his eyes downfield, was looking for Gus McGee, threw it at his feet. And Littlejohn pressuring the quarterback, Harrell.
Yeah, and forcing him to his left. He's right-handed. It's hard. You got to open those hips up and clear. And I mean, and even if he completes it, not sure it would have been a first down. You see, with Littlejohn there, it was really hard for Harrell to turn and square up, and it goes incomplete. So good job defensively by App State. DJ Smith, the defensive coordinator, has got to be thrilled with what his unit's doing thus far.
Jaden Barnes back for App State. That's a go, and App State will try to add to this lead. Took the lead on their last drive. Looking for more here in the second quarter of the Duke's Mayo Classic. This week's college football rankings brought to you by Vervo. And Rini, I know that you really look at these week 1 rankings,
well, you know,
right?
the beginning of the year rankings, sometimes a lot of it's based on last year, but the thing I love about this top 10, a lot of them are playing each other this week, which is tremendous. What a week 1 of college football. That LSU Clemson game, wow.
I mean, I love that we have football from Thursday to Monday, right?
But I mean, Arch Manning, all his hype, right? Texas at Ohio State, tremendous game day there. LSU, Clemson, 2 teams that, they're both Tigers. They both play at Death Valley.
Yeah.
Love it, right? Miami, Notre Dame. I mean, such good matchups. I know I'm missing some, but it's just, yeah, if you're a college football fan, it's like Christmas week for you.
App State got its first points of the game, a touchdown by Rashad Dubinion on its last drive. And back to the ground game they go. Dubinion leaping around, gets the first down as he goes past the 30. Oh, actually, they're going to mark him a little bit short.
Yeah, give it to him again. And there's no doubt App State feels like they're controlling the line of scrimmage, because there's definitely a concerted effort here to run the ball.
Dubinion falling forward, that pushes it.
Yeah.
You know, leading this offensive line group is Alan Mobridge, who is the offensive line coach at App State. And he's got a quarterback, though, in the family, Rini. And I'm talking about on the volleyball court. His daughter, Izzy Mobridge, is a setter for the University of Tennessee, played her first collegiate game tonight in the starting spot. They ran a 6-2 offense, meaning they used 2 setters, and she got the win. So she's going to play in a big game on Sunday, too, by the way, on our ESPN networks on E2.
And, you know, I watch volleyball. The setters are incredible.
Yeah, it's like the quarterback.
I mean, they're setting, there's a player in front of them, but boom, they're setting behind them, and it's perfect every time. I mean, that is a skill, boy.
Absolutely. And this offensive line right now, I mean, Coach Mobridge is going to be pretty pleased with how they're allowing Dubinion to run the football.
Yeah, they're doing some setting up of their own, right, for the running backs. See what I did there?
I appreciate that. Stroman's got it. Chugging along, App State, midfield.
Yeah, a little wide receiver screen there. The other 2 guys blocking. And it's a good change of pace now, Coach Long. It's kind of, he's in his wheelhouse calling these plays, right? Because when you can control the line of scrimmage and get a running game going, then it just opens everything else up for you.
Just off the fingertips of the freshman, Trig Lewis.
And that's a case there where he knew he had blockers out in front of him. He's probably thinking of the yardage before he secured the ball. It wasn't the greatest pass on a screen, but one that Trig Lewis, he's got to bring that in.
Dow Loggins, the new head coach at App State. His first game, by the way, as a head coach. And we've talked about how he tailors his game plan to what personnel he has. And you can see him and A.J. Swan have been communicating, making those adjustments as this game has gone on. That pass is complete inside the 40.
Another strike by A.J. Swan.
17-yard pickup.
Scans the field, starter right, comes back left, knows he's going to get hit, but puts it right in there.
David Larkins.
Yes, big tight end, Larkins. 6'5", 250, 50-year senior. He's known as a really good blocker. Well, guess what? He made a really nice catch right there.
Play action, zips it to Dalton Stroman. Back-to-back first downs.
A.J. Swan's feeling it. I mean, he's spinning it out there. And he's spreading around to multiple receivers, tight ends, and backs.
2 minutes, timeout.
App State moving and grooving, looking for some more points before halftime. I mean, it came down to a late week decision. Maybe yesterday or today they decided A.J. Swan was going to be the starter over J.J. Cole, and he's finding his groove right now.
We talked to Coach Loggins on Wednesday, and he was sincere. Like, he did not know who he was going to start, but I'm going to say he made the right decision, and it's not a slight against J.J. Cole. I mean, A.J. Swan looks very good tonight thus far.
This will be the 9th play of this drive. They scored on their last drive to take the lead. Just off the fingertips. And we were told, too, that they might play both.
Yeah.
But Swan has been pretty solid. It'd be hard to pull him right
Correct.
now.
And to your point, I think he's been so solid that I don't think he would even contemplate pulling him at this point.
J.J. Cole, number 17 in the white jersey, has also been in that quarterback battle, the transfer from Iowa State.
6'7", 250-ish. Big boy, big quarterback.
Swan's been able to throw it. They also have been able to run the football with that guy right there, Rashad Dubinion. Stopped by Conley and a 3rd down on the way.
And Dubinion runs angry. That's what you like, especially between the tackles.
He's got an edge on the field. They actually challenged him before the last scrimmage. Coating his grill a little bit, said, hey, who's out there wearing number 7?
Yeah.
Who even is that guy? He said, watch me, coach. He didn't say that, but he said it with his actions. Stiff-armed a couple guys in their scrimmage. Third and 6 at the Charlotte 20. I think Loggins wanted timeout. He got it.
Now, timeout.
Play clock was running down.
First of the half. 30-second timeout.
Good use of the timeout there.
So Dow Loggins, the play caller. First year as App State's head coach, first year as a head coach. He brings a lot of NFL experience. It's something that they want to be a staple of the program, how they do things.
And I love coaches like Dow Loggins that they're really grinders, right? They've been to a lot of places. They're very experienced. They work their tails off, and then finally, he's a head coach, gets to run his program. And it just shows you hard work pays off even for these guys.
Yeah, and you look at him as a player. He was a walk-on quarterback at Arkansas who earned a scholarship his senior year, and he told us, that has shaped my coaching.
Yeah. I travel kids and let them stand on the sideline because that was me.
Yeah.
Even though they're not playing, they might be scout team guys.
3rd down. Swan keeping his feet moving and finds Dubinion. He's going to be a weapon.
This was such a good pass. It doesn't look like much, but he throws Dubinion back inside, forces him to turn and make the catch and pick up the 1st down because of the pass. If this is behind him, Dubinion catches that and goes out of bounds a yard before the 1st down. He throws it in front of him. Now they spotted it short. I thought he clearly got it.
I thought he did too, but they're going to say 4th down here.
But you know what? Coach Loggins, give it to Dubinion here. Go for it. This is an attitude play on 4th and a half a yard. Yeah, I think, oh, we might have a timeout. Or
yeah, Charlotte's going to call timeout here. Now, we asked Dow Loggins when it comes.
Timeout. Charlotte, their first of the half. 30-second timeout. Please reset the game. 107. 107 on the game clock, please.
We asked Coach Loggins when it comes to 4th down, how are you making that decision? And he said, look, we've got the book, but it's more of a feel for him based on what they need to do to win the game from combos and the coordinators meetings. Obviously, I mean, it's 4th and a few here.
Coach, and it's funny because Coach Albert said the exact same thing, right? It's like we have the analytics, we pay for the book, we know every metric there is, but there's not necessarily a gut feeling, but just a feeling of how the game is going. What's, the score, yes, analytics takes that into consideration, but you know the feeling of your team. You see the other team out there, their emotions. There's a lot that goes into it. I love it when coaches coach like that.
Yeah.
Just don't be so, booky.
Did not confirm if they have a guy running around on the field with the book. Some teams do.
Oh, I'm sure they do.
Yeah.
Or in the box.
4th down, they're going. Easy for Dubinion.
And that's why, you don't You hope they would have given you the spot on the catch, but you're like, all right, I got the opinion. I feel comfortable with my offense line. We're going to go get this yard.
This is going to be the 13th play of this drive.
And this is huge because if Charlotte can hold them to a field goal, it's still a one-score game at halftime. You get a touchdown, it's a two-score game, and you just feel really good if you're App State.
Barnes in motion. They'll pitch it forward to David Larkins.
The old shovel pass to the tight end coming underneath.
App State's going to use a timeout.
So usually when Larkins, the tight end, comes like that, he's going to block and kick out. That time, give him a little shovel pass, and you wonder, what do you do that for? Well, if he drops it, it's an incomplete pass. It's not a fumble, but that was defended nicely by Charlotte.
They used their timeout to stop the clock with 40 seconds left in the half. 67 yards on this total drive so far. Second down on the way. The ball's at the 11.
And you know, App gets the ball to start the second half, Court, so it's the old 2-for-1, man. You get a score here, and then you get a chance to get a score, start the second half. That's big time, but first, if you're App State, you got to get that score here.
Swan looking in the end zone. Redemption for Jaden Barnes, who dropped a ball in the end zone earlier in the game.
Yeah, he's paid his penance, okay? Because he had that one really nice catch where he got down first and goal, and now a really nice catch in the end zone there, survives the ground, so he's forgiven for the fumble into the end zone. Great catch, young man. Jaden Barnes goes up, makes the catch, and now that 2-for-1 is in big-time play for App State.
Yeah, the Austin Peay transfer has 4 catches for 113 yards. He's shown A.J. Swan's got a lot of confidence in him. And App State has scored 14 straight points.
Man, and you know, you can hold Charlotte no points, right, with 36 seconds left, and again, I get the ball in the second half, you can really spread this game open. You know, as a throw by Swan was good. It was a little behind, but watch the concentration by Jaden Barnes go up. I love it. High points, that you see that athleticism as he goes up there. Barnes is only 5'8", goes up, hand catches it, and survives the ground. Love it.
Well, it's a couple of times we've seen him go up in the air and just get the football.
And listen, no one, he's mad at himself as much as anybody about fumbling that ball before he broke the goal line. And so he's playing with a little vengeance right now here, making these catches.
It's McGowan back for Charlotte.
You talked about Barnes playing at Austin Peay. The FCS guys, when they come to the FBS, they always have a chip on their shoulder. They play that way, and Barnes is playing like that. And I think it's a positive. It's a good thing.
Yeah, you're starting to see that solid connection develop between Swan and Barnes just in this first half alone. All right, so now Charlotte, who has given up 14 straight points, has 36 seconds to work with here. Remember, as you said, Rainey, App State will get the football to start the second half.
You got to be careful, right? If you're Charlotte and Connor Harrell here, you cannot make a mistake trying to force something. At the very least, get to the end zone, or get to the halftime 14-3.
Harrell looking to the air. Over the top, pass complete, just over the 40-yard line. And it's grabbed by Miles Burris.
He threw that ball before Burris even came out of his break. Burris broke, and the ball was right there and made a nice catch. Good throw, good catch.
It's a 17-yard pickup.
And now with this cushion here, yardage-wise, now you can take some shots down the field.
And just the second play over 10 yards for Charlotte. Harrell on the run. Having to drop way back. App State football. Jaden McBurrows, INT.
Circling on the field, that is an interception by the defense. Touchdown.
So they got that breathing room, did Charlotte, on that play before. And then that time, Harrell gets forced out of the pocket, and he tries to put it in there where he shouldn't have. And there's just too many white shirts around, and what a break on the ball by McBurrows. And if this interception's held up, it doesn't look like to me that it hit the ground at all. It looked like a clean interception. App State has a chance for a 3-for-1 if they can get another score here before half.
Well, Jaden McBurrows was a national champion at Michigan. Spent a couple of seasons there and now playing for App State.
And by the way, the true freshman kicker, Dominic DeFreitas, we were watching him court in warm-up 60-yard field goals. They're coming up a little short, so he's got a 57, 58-yard leg, the young man. He can really boom it.
Yeah, Dow Loggins really high on his true freshman kicker.
They got to get about 11 yards, I think, and I think Coach Loggins would give him a shot at it.
I mean, right back to him. He wants to throw the football to Jaden Barnes, and why not? Just caught the touchdown.
And I just love how the fumble play, he flushed it, forget about it, gets back out there and just making play after play in the open field.
Now to Isaiah Cummings, gets out of bounds, and the clock stops with 14 seconds.
Yeah, Cummings has had a nice first half, made a couple catches, good blocking as well from that tight end spot. Can really run well for his size, 6'4", 240-ish.
Second down on the way from the Charlotte 32. Swat's taking a shot. A little too deep. Clock stops with 8 seconds.
And a good thing for App State and Coach Loggins, just perfect coaching. You keep that one timeout. You got one timeout in your back pocket, so you know we're under 2 minutes, so it's old timing rules. So if you get a first down, the clock will stop to set the chains. But that's when you would burn that timeout and be able to bring your field goal unit on without having to rush them in.
True freshman Dominic DeFreitas obviously has not attempted a field goal. Dominion gets the run. They'll call timeout and stop the clock with a second left.
I gotta believe he would have called it before a second. I think they're gonna add a few ticks to this, just a hunch.
Timeout. App State, their third and final timeout of the half. Please reset the game clock to 3 seconds. 3 seconds on the game clock, please.
You and your hunches.
My hunches. And you know what else it tells me with that run? DeFreitas likes the left hash.
Yep.
Yeah, so, and that's what you ask your kicker. Hey, where are you more comfortable from? You know, in warm-ups, you know, I felt good from the left hash, coach. Give it to Dominion. Put it on the left hash and let the young man go out there and see if he can put 10 on the board here in the last minute of the half, last 36 seconds, actually.
Yeah, he was the number 6 kicker coming out of high school, according to the ESPN rankings. Hit a state record 62-yard field goal as a senior in high school. This will be a 47-yard attempt.
Yeah, distance is not an issue here. Now expect the timeout to ice him. And here it comes. And remember, you can only do that once now, no more back-to-back, so we'll be able to get to halftime, and I can eat my Duke's Mayo sandwiches behind me here shortly.
Their second timeout of the half. 30-second timeout.
Dow Loggins told us a cool recruiting story about his freshman kicker, Dominic DeFreitas. He was recruiting him when Loggins was in Arkansas, and he said their kicker at the time, Cam Little, actually FaceTimed him.
Speaking of strong legs.
Yeah, no kidding. But their conversation, it wasn't about making field goals. It was asking him, you know, your response. When things go wrong, how do you respond? That was his message, the mental side.
Kicker's very mental. It really is. So I love that from Cam Little. Mentoring.
First career field goal attempt, 47 yards for Dominic DeFreitas.
hit that good. He mishit that ball from watching him in warm-ups, but guess what? It's through and it's 3.
And App State scores 17 straight points to take a 17-3 lead into the half.
Momentum is clearly on the side of App State, and again, we said it a few times, they get the ball to start the second half.
A.J. Swan gets the start today in a heated quarterback battle, and he has settled in nicely here in the second quarter as we head to halftime. App State on top of Charlotte, 17-3 at the Duke's Mayo Classic. Welcome back to the Dukes Mayo Classic here in Charlotte, North Carolina at Bank of America Stadium. App State and Charlotte, and App State scored 17 unanswered points to take the 17-3 lead into the locker room, and are able to tack on a field goal right before the half, thanks to an interception by their defense. Back here in Charlotte, Courtney Lyle and Rini Angolia. We came into this game with so many unknowns. What have you learned about these teams?
I learned A.J. Swan is the legit starter for App State, no doubt about it. Physicality up front. I think App State, won that half, and Charlotte really couldn't get anything going. And I always talk about first down, and you look at the stats. App State averaged almost 6 yards on first down. Charlotte 3.5 yards. To me, that tells a lot.
Yeah, well, talking about A.J. Swan, remember he was in a big quarterback battle. They didn't really make a decision until last night. We were told right before the game that he would be the starter, and he got better as this game went on.
He did, and I just thought the protection was good, and he had poise in the pocket. He spread the field. He threw to the left, to the right, and he hit a lot of, I think about 7 different receivers in total, and just did a really nice job controlling the game and showing you his arm strength as well. And then, to put 10 points on the board, essentially the last 30 seconds of the half, and you get the ball to start the second half. Great ending to that first half for App State.
Yeah, and you see the halftime stats comparison here. For Charlotte, what do they do to get going more?
Well, it's easy for me to say you gotta be two-dimensional, meaning you gotta get a running game going and your passing game. They really haven't been able to get any push, any running game, and I think that's hurt Connor Harrell. And you look at his numbers, I thought he had better numbers, but really they've kept him in check as well, App State defensively.
Connor Harrell was part of a quarterback battle during fall camp as well. They named him the starter earlier in the week. 17 straight points for App State to take a 17-3 lead.
Other than the last throw, I think Harrell forced the interception, which cost him 3 at the end. I didn't think he played that bad. I mean, he was forced out of the pocket a bunch, but they just have to get a little more balance offensively, but it all starts up front with that line of scrimmage.
So App State will get the football, and it'll be interesting to see if they can carry over that momentum they built at the end of the second quarter into this third quarter here. App State has never lost to Charlotte, the 4th meeting between these two. And this one hops into the end zone. When we mentioned how A.J. Swan got better and better, especially in the second quarter, check out his numbers from the last 3 drives of this game.
Yeah, it's pretty good right there. Again, he's made all the throws. I was really impressed with him, reading the field. And again, that offensive line for App State, give them credit, because they did a nice job with some push, getting some running game going. Binion had over 50 yards rushing in that first half, and then they kept a lot of clean pockets for A.J. Swan. So good job by that O-line of App State.
A.J. Swan, 2 seasons at Vanderbilt, spent last year at LSU, and now at App State. And they've been fortunate, too, to be able to use the ground game of Rashad Dubinion, the Arkansas transfer, who we were looking at the stat sheet. It didn't feel like he had more yards than he did in the first half.
Yeah,
credited with 57.
Yeah, I thought he had about 75, but 57 for the first half is pretty good, and he starts right here, 5 yards on first down.
He's got 3 catches as well. They've shown they can use him in multiple ways. Back-to-back touches for Dubinion. He gets the first down. Snapped by J.Q. Conley.
Yeah, and his J.Q. Conley just felt that. Like, he made the tackle, but he got run over. I mean, and that's what Dubinion can do. I mean, that's 210 pounds running downhill at you, angry, squaring his shoulders, and J.Q. Conley feels this right here.
Jakari Lewis, they call him Trigg, is now the running back. A.J. Swan will fake it to him as time to make the throw. Up top to a leaping Dalton Stroman. Another first down.
And when you have that much time to scan the field, you can make that throw. And
Jalen Ramsey, who's being helped up right now on the offensive line and limping off the field. Jaden Ramsey.
Yeah, they're going to have to replace him. Look at his hustle, though. He's hurt. Leg hurts, and he's still running off the field.
Ramsey, a guy that has spent his entire career at App State. It's actually his second game here at Bank of America Stadium. He was a freshman in 2021 when App State played here. Isaiah Cummings. You know, in the first half, A.J. Swann's favorite target was Jaden Barnes.
Yeah.
He went over 100 yards receiving in that first half.
Yeah, but Swann's done a nice job mixing around. We've seen a couple targets to Cummings, and you know that time A.J. Swann changed his release point, a little 3-quarter, sling it out there to his tight end, and again on first down, you look up, 8-yard pickup. Call it 9.
Lewis gets the first down for App State.
And I know I sound like a broken record. Everyone talks about third down, you know, the percentage of picking up third downs. Well, that's in large part if you're good at third down, picking up first downs, it's because you're good on first down because you're constantly in a third and short or picking up on second down like they just did.
Swann is flush, still directing traffic, tucks it and runs inside the 30, inside the 20 before he slides. And there's no panic right now for App State. Like, they look comfortable even though he's still on the move.
And you found A.J. Swann's weak point right there. Not the greatest of runners, you know.
But still a nice pickup.
Oh, nice pickup, and he knows not to try to get more than he needs. He slides, he goes down, and I'm not pulling a hammy, he goes down. Very smart.
Gained 19 on the play.
I mean, I got to nitpick him a little bit.
Come on. Inside the 20.
Can't be all roses game one.
Cummings in motion. He was looking for Jaden Barnes. That pass incomplete. As we saw Dwight Boodle in coverage.
And that's just, again, in time, they'll be more in rhythm. Swann wanted Barnes to turn quicker, never turned. Kind of like a hot read there, but it goes incomplete.
Dow Loggins, the new head coach, his first game as a head coach. He's also the play caller. He was the offensive coordinator at South Carolina last season. Dominion back in the ball game. Just like a boulder rolling through there with guys on top of him, takes it inside the 15.
Yeah, and that's a running back that's running hard to get 100 yards. You know, that's the benchmark, right, for the running back. Get 100 yards rushing in a game, and Dominion wants that 100.
So brings up third down. App State 3 for 8 tonight on third down. Dominion, by the way, at 74 rushing yards. Swann will throw it to Dominion. And a loss on the play. Travion McGee.
McGee's playing the nickel. He played last year for Charlotte. Comes up, makes a really nice tackle on Dominion in the open field. He's going to force a field goal.
This will be a 35-yard attempt for Dominic DeFreitas, who just hit his first career field goal right before the half. He's a true freshman. 36-yarder. Already hit a 47. Two for 2 in his first game. Make it 20 straight points for App State.
They don't get the touchdown, but 3 times out, they score. App State in control early, second half.
Number 0 is now number 49 for Charlotte.
App State continues the momentum it built in the second quarter. Here in the third, they tack on 3 more points. They've scored 20 straight to take the lead and be in control here at the Duke's Mayo Classic. And now Charlotte's turn to rewrite the script here, right the ship from what happened in the first half. When you look at plays in this game, plays of 10 or more yards, App State has had 15 in this game, but Connor Harrell and the Charlotte offense, just 2 plays of 10 or more yards.
And when we looked at this stat earlier, it was 9-1, now 15-2, and so App State keeps growing that number pretty high, and Charlotte just having issues with explosive plays. But dare I say, this is a crucial drive for Charlotte right here.
Well, last time we saw Connor Harrell on the field, he threw an interception that allowed App State to kick a field goal before the half. Now he steps back on. And they go to C.J. Stokes, who has been the main running back. A flag in the backfield. Stokes just got his 14th carry tonight.
Yeah, and I think they're going to get Johnny King with a hold, 52, the 6-year center.
Offense, number 52. 10-yard penalty. It's first down.
And I love that kid, by the way. 6 years, he never left Charlotte. He's
My favorite stat, though.
Captain, leader. He's played for 9 offensive line coaches in his career.
That is
9.
crazy.
I mean, talk about perseverance. Actually went in the portal when Coach Elbin got the job, but then they talked to him and he came back, and he's a leader. He's a really good player up there at center, but of course, just gets called for holding, but that comes with the territory.
Pass complete to Miles Burris on the near side for Connor Harrell. And we heard his teammates, Connor Harrell's teammates, talk about him and his leadership style, and they mentioned too that he's just consistent as a leader. He was in that quarterback battle in fall camp with Grayson Loftus and Zach Wilkie. He was named the starter at the beginning of the week. Tell that his teammates have confidence in him back there. Jake Young, incomplete.
And that just, I get it, it's a short pass, but that's, it's kind of par for the course, and you just got to make the catch, right? It's an easy throw. He puts it on, you got to make that catch.
So now it brings up 3rd and long, where Charlotte tonight is 4 for 9 on 3rd down. Harrell will dump it off. And Stokes is spun down at the 28-yard line, well short, about 7 yards short of the first down. Zaire Gamble got to him.
Yeah, I mean, I like the play call. You run a screen. It's a high percentage play on 3rd and long. Yep, blockers out in front, but man, Zaire Gamble from that strong safety spot comes right in through between the blockers and makes the tackle.
So on Charlotte's first possession of the second half, nothing going. They're forced to punt. They bring out Bronson Long, and Barnes is back for App State. Spun down at the 27-yard line. App State's defense holding strong. They're up 20-3 here in the 3rd quarter. Jane Barnes slow to get up.
The Duke's Mayo Classic is brought to you by Duke's Mayo. Welcome to Duke's Mayo Country. Visit dukescountry.com.
That's the Mayo guy here in Charlotte at the Duke's Mayo Classic. Just giving Mayo to the people, Rini.
Listen, I had some Duke's Mayo at halftime. I'm not gonna lie. They brought up a few BLTs up here. Washed them down with a Coke Zero. I'm gonna be honest to the people at home.
Well, App State in control of this football game right now, and they took over in the second quarter. They just got a stop from Charlotte on Charlotte's first possession of the second half. A.J. Swan going back to work. They've kicked a field goal on their first drive of the third quarter. He's looking for Stroman. And he caught it. I thought
No, he caught it. And he was pointing first down while he was on the ground. Like, yeah, I caught it, and I'm past the sticks, and he was right.
Remember, Dalton Stroman, their only preseason All-Sun Belt selection. He was selected to the second team. And they go back to Dubinion. Rashad Dubinion transferred in from Arkansas. Look, he was always going to be the #1 back. They did lose Kanye Roberts for the season. He had an ACL in fall camp. That was going to be their 1-2 punch, if you will.
Yeah, and now I think Dubinion's going to have to carry a bigger load, and hopefully Roberts will be okay. I tore an ACL. You can come back from it. You got to rehab hard, but you can do it.
Swan throwing on the move finds Dubinion up at the top. First down, App State.
Yeah, and that's just an easy pass and catch, right? Dubinion's in the flat. Linebacker's not there. They're dropping in coverage. As Swan rolls out, just puts it on them, and it's just too easy.
Okay, now A.J. Swan's hand really funny. I don't know if he just saw pressure coming.
Yeah, the arm definitely went forward. Pressure around him, and he basically spiked it into the ground between a ton of people in the middle of the field.
Well, A.J. Swan does have his third career 300-yard passing game in this one. 307 yards and a touchdown, 25 of 37 on the night for Swan in his first start at App State. And Dubinion just continues to do Dubinion things, moving the chains.
He's going for that 100. He wants it on this possession right here, and just runs with authority.
He's giving the Charlotte defense problems. Charlotte trying to substitute. Lewis is in at running back now for App State. Trig Lewis. And the Charlotte defense having trouble slowing down the ground game.
And that's going to be App State as this season goes on. That's going to be your 1-2 punch. Dubinion, 210, a little stronger, but with speed. And then you got Trig Lewis, the freshman, who still runs strong. And he's 205 pounds. He's powerful, but he's a smaller package, and he's quicker.
Back-to-back handoffs to Lewis. They do have Khalifa Keith, too, who transferred in from Tennessee. He was questionable going into this game. We were told before the game he would be unavailable in that running back room.
Marked him short, and that's the difference between Trig Lewis and Rashad Dubinion, finishing the run for that half a yard to pick up the first down. But they're leaving Trig Lewis in there, and I think he's going to get it again here, 3rd and short.
They pull it from him and throw to the tight end, Isaiah Cummings, and he converts.
Good play call, and really Randy Franklin from Charlotte read it perfectly. He was right there, made the tackle, but you only needed a half a yard. They picked up 1.5 and moves the chains.
And App State not in any hurry.
Yeah.
We've seen them take their time, not really playing with tempo. And A.J. Swan throws it away.
Yeah, it's smart play, right? Nothing's there, breaks down. You get outside of the pocket. By rule, all you have to do is get it back to the line of scrimmage. So throw that thing out of bounds, make sure it reaches the line of scrimmage, and you're good to go.
Well, during this quarterback battle, Dowell Loggins told us he was waiting for one of these guys, A.J. Swan, J.J. Cole, to separate themselves. They're so similar that made it a challenge when they were deciding who was going to start this game. Tenth play of the drive. It's a handoff to Lewis. Dives forward past the 20.
Good cut, good vision by Trig Lewis. You know, they're running to the boundary. That's the short side of the field. He's able to plant that left foot, get it back up inside that hole, square those shoulders, and good few carries right there for the young running back.
And he'll rotate out now as Rashad DeBinion checks back in. They'll motion out to the near side. Charlotte making the adjustments defensively. Swan throwing on third down, right over the middle. And pounding his way into the end zone. Keenan Hamlet.
You know, I say that's pretty good. The first time we mention a guy's name, 86, Keenan Hamlet, for a touchdown reception. It's pretty good.
A redshirt junior out of Madison, Alabama. Saw him a couple of times last year, had a couple of touchdowns.
He had two touchdowns last year, so he can find the end zone. He finds it right there. Yeah, and App's kind of clicking on all cylinders right now.
And I think on that drive, we saw App State use so many different weapons.
Took time off the clock.
Yeah.
Ran the ball, great mixture, run, pass, and they're just trying to confirm clear and obvious evidence that he broke the plane, so replay will make sure. Tell you, if he didn't break the plane, and they're backing off, so they're going to confirm it. Yeah, it's a good call.
DeFreitas for the PAT. (27-3) after the touchdown by Hamlin. And App State feeling pretty solid in their opener. They found their rhythm. They've scored 27 straight points to lead this ballgame here in the third quarter. is the best way to watch sports. All of ESPN, all in one place. Live games, live stats. Plus, you can track your fantasy teams and personalize with your favorite leagues, teams, and players. Back here in Charlotte at the Duke's Mayo Classic, Courtney Lyle and Reedy and Golia with you. And App State has grabbed the momentum in the second quarter. They have not let go of it, not just on offense, but on defense. DJ Smith is their defensive coordinator and linebackers coach, and it's his first time calling plays on defense, but he loves this program. In fact, he was a freshman when he won a national championship with App State in 2007. Look at that guy, number 9.
Love talking to him. How about the national championship they won that year?
Who'd they beat?
Delaware and one Joe Flacco, who's still playing football. It's just incredible.
Yeah, he's got to be pretty pleased with his defense. They haven't allowed a first down since midway through the second quarter. He told us, though, getting off the plane, he hadn't been back to Boone since 2019, and it was surreal to come back, to bring his family back, and to coach at his alma mater again.
It's something about your alma mater and just the pride to come back and coach where you played. It's something special for those guys.
Connor Harrell with time to throw, and he's got a wide open Justin Olson tiptoeing down the sideline for the biggest play of the night for Charlotte. Marked at the 23-yard line deep in App State territory.
Yeah, a breakdown in the secondary, but good job by Justin Olson. Get down that right sideline. Harrell puts it on him, and by far the biggest play of the night for Charlotte.
47 yards, just their third play of 10 yards or more tonight. Connor Harrell pulling it. And had wide open field in front of him to run to the 6.
You know, DJ Smith's going to watch this game back and he's going to say, why did they start talking about me and my defense? Just like that, 2 huge plays.
Charlotte hadn't been able to get anything going. Their 3 points came on a field goal in the first quarter. Back to the pistol look here with Cameron Smith lined up behind Connor Harrell. He's got 2 targets up at the top of the screen. And they'll stop play.
Timeout, replay. Previous play is under video review for potential targeting.
So, we'll get a peek at it as well. As you see, Booth initiated as they look at every play. Talked about that earlier. Every play is looked at by replay.
They do have that replay system in Birmingham that's helping our replay official here, Trip Self, make the call.
Yeah, I'm gonna go out on a limb, and it's not a very big limb, that Elijah McCantos is gonna be out of this game. That looks like targeting. Remember, you're getting tackled going down, so when you're a runner, you're not defenseless, but you can never use the crown of your helmet in an attacking fashion. What is the crown? It's the 6-inch cylinder from the very tip top of the helmet. McCantos clearly did that, and he's going to be out for the rest of this game in the first half next week.
And remember, this was not called on the field. The booth initiated this review. And I think we have a decision.
And real quick, before we get that, well, after this decision.
After video review, personal foul, targeting with the crown of the helmet. Number 13, defense. Half the distance to the goal, automatic first down. Number 13 is disqualified.
So, disqualified for this game, he'll miss the first half of next week.
And what I was going to say, Cord, what people need to understand is the targeting rule is put in there as much to protect defensive players as it is offensive players. You cannot put your head down like that because you can hurt your neck, you can break your neck. So they have to look and see what they're hitting. And it's hard, right? It happens fast, instinctively. Guys put their helmets down, but they're trying to get it out of the game.
Big moment here for Charlotte, looking for the end zone for the first time this season. Little option look, they pitch it out to Cameron Smith, and he fumbles the football. Scooped up by App State. Momentum crushed. Kyle Arnholt scooped up the football for App State.
On the field is a fumble, recovered by
was there to scoop it.
And they go speed option to the left. It looks like they go speed option to the left. It looks like they're going to be able to score. But what a hit to knock the ball loose. Arnholt picks it up. And just like that, momentum is stopped. And that is how we were taught, bite the football. See the football with your face mask, bite it with your face mask. Tremendous job there. I believe it was Dylan Haas, 8, who beat the block and made the tackle and knocked the ball out and forced the fumble.
Yeah, Haas forced the fumble. Arnholt recovered it. And now A.J. Swan and his offense back to work quickly. How big is that? I mean, just thinking that you're so close to finding the end zone for the first time.
It's deflating, right? Especially for a program that's trying to find their footing, right? New coaching staff, because you need anything positive in week 1. You got to build on it. And you talked about first touchdown of the season, build on it. But yeah, it hurts.
Pass incomplete, looking for William Fowles.
And that one's on Fowles because A.J. Swan put it on him and hit him in the hands. I mean, that's a good throw. Can't tell you how impressed I've been with A.J. Swan tonight.
He's already thrown for over 300 yards for the 3rd time in his career. He's at 328 and a couple of touchdowns tonight. Is A.J. Swan. Low snap. He corrals it. Dropped by Maceo Williams.
Yeah, good effort by the defensive tackle there. And one thing with a Tim Elbin team, they're never going to quit. Defense came back out there playing their tails off. And the offense, again, played hard. Nice drive. Just gave it up on that fumble, but defense goes out there 3 and out. They're going to get the ball back.
Tim Albin and his Charlotte team will try to make something of this next possession. Nicholas calls for the fair catch. Our Labor Day weekend ABC ESPN featured college football lineup begins. How about this triple header tomorrow? Tennessee, Syracuse, Alabama, Florida State, and the top 10 matchup in Death Valley, LSU and Clemson. And then Sunday, South Carolina hosting Virginia Tech. We'll have another top 10 matchup. Notre Dame and Miami. Monday night, Bill Belichick and North Carolina hosting TCU. Every game also on the all-new ESPN app. North Carolina's about to play Charlotte next week, right?
At Charlotte. I don't think, did anyone have on their bingo card Bill Belichick could be coaching in college at a 15,000-seat stadium? I'm going to say no.
Flag out.
And they threw it at 70, Dallas Shirley. So usually when a flag gets thrown at you, it's usually who they're going to call holding on. We'll see.
Holding. Offense number 70. 10-yard penalty. Still first down.
Shirley.
Don't call me Shirley. You know, just going back to the great lineup of games, the Alabama-Florida State game intrigues me because Florida State has to be improved from last year. But Bama's really good up front, offense and defensive line. So, that game intrigues me as well. As all of them, great matchups.
Yeah, so many great matchups this weekend and kick off the college football season. Oh, Harrell in all kinds of trouble there. Out pops the football. App State trying to get it. Jawan Birchall was in there. Thomas Davis was in there.
And I think Birchall was the one that jumped on it at the end.
Nick Campbell was the one that forced the fumble.
The ruling on the field is a fumble recovered by the defense. First down.
And it could have been Willis that jumped on it.
Yeah.
It was a scrum in there. Let's take a look at Harrell's arm. Boy, I tell you, I think replay's going to look at that. know, to me, first glance, even though it was low, it was down by his hip. It looked like he had control and the ball was moving forward. So, but we'll see.
As it stands right now, this is 3 turnovers by Charlotte on their last 4 possessions.
Yeah. And the only thing really App State did bad there is like 2 or 3 of them tried to scoop and score and just couldn't pick it up. Let's take another look at it here. He gets hit. Let's see if he's got control. But
The ruling on a fumble and recovered by the defense is under video review.
You're looking to see if this was a forward pass?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't see the ball moving. It doesn't matter, folks, how low the release is. If the ball started to come loose before, then it would be a fumble. But I think he's got firm control in the hand.
And they're actually looking at targeting.
Yeah, just got word they're looking at targeting as well. So a lot of things to look at here. Oh, yeah. So we're looking, you know, if the arm and the hand, and we don't even look up, and he gets hit in the chest with the crown of the helmet by Willis. Yeah, so we're going to have, we got lots of stuff going on there. So.
The replay booth is busy. We have seen one of App State's members of the defense ejected for targeting. Elijah McCantos has been ejected earlier in the 3rd quarter.
So we have, let's break it down. We have a defenseless quarterback, right, in a throwing posture. We don't necessarily have forcible contact at head or neck, but what we do have is crown of the head contact with an attacking motion by 0, Jalen Willis from App State. Again, you can never use the crown, that top 6-inch circle on your head. To me, clearly looked like he did that, so that's gonna stop everything else that happened after it. Should be targeting. Willis is gonna be out for the rest of this game, the first half of the next game. Charlotte will retain the ball and it'll be a 15-yard penalty. That's the way I see it. So I'm not even gonna go back to was his arm in forward motion or not with control of the ball. But I've been wrong before. But I don't think I am on this one.
And again, we have a replay official here in the stadium, but also they are communicating with the command center in Birmingham to help make this decision.
You know, when the replay official, Trip Self, came in and we talked to him today, he said, yeah, hopefully we have a quiet, clean game, no reviews. Trip, jinxed us. Now the crews, this is Sunbelt crew, they've done a nice job tonight. I really think they have. Replay's been on it. And listen, game 1, you have penalties, you have things you gotta clean up, you have fumbles, and so you're gonna get flags and you're gonna get reviews. It's first game for everybody.
After video review, prior to the fumble, personal foul, targeting with the crown of the helmet, defense, number 0. Number 0 is disqualified. Be a 15-yard penalty and an automatic first down. Sorry.
So Jalen Willis will miss the rest of this game in the first half of next week. Remember, Elijah McCantos also ejected for targeting earlier in this quarter. He'll also miss the first half of next week on App State's defense.
And no disrespect to Linwood, because that's who App State plays next week. If you're gonna miss one or miss a half, probably okay, you know, if you're gonna. But boy, I've said it again, you gotta look and see what you're hitting, guys. Gotta get your head up, and listen, those are teaching moments. You're gonna see them on video, and we've had a few targetings tonight. You know, Steve Shaw, the director of officials for NCAA, puts a video out every week, and he's like, week 0 was great, we had no targetings. Well, Steve, if you're listening, you got a bunch in week 1.
A new back in the backfield for Charlotte, Rod Gainey Jr. Harrell's gonna run and falls down just short of the 50-yard line. And they're gonna change quarterbacks.
Yep.
Grayson Loftus has come in, number 12 in green. Checking in, remember it was a 3-man race in fall camp. Connor Harrell, Grayson Loftus, and Zach Wilkie And now Loftus in. He's a transfer from Duke. They say he's a pure pocket passer. They still feel like he can move when he needs to.
Yep.
He'll hand it off to Rod Gainey Jr. You like the change here?
I do. I just think they need something, right? And so let's give Loftus a chance, see if he can generate something, put some points on the board.
We'll see if he can do that in the fourth quarter. We head there. App State on top of Charlotte, 27-3. Welcome back to the Duke's Mayo Classic. Heading into the fourth quarter, App State has scored 27 straight points. A couple of plays ago, we saw Connor Harrell, Charlotte's quarterback, take a hard hit. He came out and ran one play and then briefly went into the injury tent after that one play. You see him coming up a little gimpy. He tried to just go back out in the huddle, but Coach Albin pulled him back out, so they'll stick with Grayson Loftus, number 12 in green, who was a part of that three-person quarterback battle in fall camp. The pass was dropped by Rod Gainey Jr.
And they've had a few drops tonight as a team. Christian Conyer coming up there.
So with Grayson Loftus, he started his career at Duke, and he's talked about how as a freshman at Duke, he really learned how to be in a quarterback room. What questions do you ask? It allowed him to figure out his process, his preparatory process to get ready for games.
Yeah, I mean, 6'3", 215, he's a redshirt sophomore, so he's got a ton of eligibility left. Strong arm, as you said earlier, true pocket passer, but he can move in the pocket and escape.
Airs out a pretty ball, looking for E.J. Mason. There comes the flag.
Yeah, I mean, the field judge didn't throw it. The back judge did. I clearly thought it was pass interference at first look, because it looked like the receiver got grabbed and pulled, and yeah, the back judge said, I got it.
Ethan Johnson of App State.
Pass interference. Defense number 2. 15-yard penalty. Automatic first down.
For this quarterback battle for Charlotte, I mean, it came down to decision making, and Coach Albin has talked about, you know, third down and red zone, that's where quarterbacks make their money. So their offensive coordinator, Todd Fitch, graded everything. I mean, Grayson Loftus and Connor Harrell really close to each other in spring and in the fall. And Harrell's back out on the floor, out on the field.
So that kind of answered our question. Yeah. They really didn't go to Loftus for a spark. It's just Harrell was banged up. He's okay now. Coach Albin said, back in.
Yeah, really briefly in the injury tent, and then we saw him sprinting up and down the sideline, trying to get warm again. Coming the other way is Javen Nicholas. Loses a couple of yards on the play. Zaire Gamble got to Nicholas.
I mean, Gamble inside out from the safety position, exactly what you want to do, and just shows you his speed from the secondary, not letting the runner turn that corner and using the sideline as a 12th defender. I mean, actually lost yardage on that play.
There's third down for Charlotte. They're 4 of 11 tonight.
Well, the good news is they got 2 downs to pick this up, because I'm assuming they'll go for it. So you don't got to get it all right here.
C.J. Stokes has it. Cuts back inside. Picks up 2. Stopped by Gamble.
And, you know, when you watch these plays develop, it looked like he had more room. Like you're thinking, oh, he's going to pick up 6-7 yards, and boom, he picks up 2. I mean, to me, credit that App State defense and DJ Smith, defensive coordinator. They fly to the football, and it's a fast unit.
Fourth down. And Harrell finds E.J. Mason. That is good enough to convert and move the chains.
Yeah, good throw, good catch by Mason, and the ability to fight for that first down, because as he came back for that ball, I think he was going to be about a yard short, but he makes the catch and knows, I got to turn up and make sure I get this.
It's a 13-yard pickup for Charlotte. Stokes powering forward. Last time Charlotte had this good a field position, they fumbled the football and handed it back to App State.
Got to protect the football. It's a nice drive. You got to finish it off with a touchdown.
C.J. Stokes has been that main running back for Charlotte tonight. 46 yards on the ground, 15 touches though. Harrell running. Abrams-Verwain got to Harrell.
Yeah, and it's a quarterback draw. And again, from the booth, you're like, oh, it's developed. It's going to develop nicely. And then Abrams-Verwain, 97, just comes off his block and makes the tackle, and it's a short gain.
I mean, even more impressive about what this App State defense is doing here tonight. Remember, they totally changed schemes. They were 3-4, and now they're moving to a 4-2-5.
A 30 front, now they're a 40 front, and multiple with DJ Smith.
Low snap for Harold. He'll run it. And Aiden Benton drops the quarterback.
And you know, we didn't really get to finish DJ Smith because there was a couple of big plays from Charlotte. He had 525 career tackles when he played at App State, so your defense coordinator knows how to tackle. It's always a good thing if you lift it, right?
Yeah, announced he's going into the App State Hall of Fame.
Yeah, deservedly so.
His first game as the play caller on defense back at his alma mater. Second time Charlotte's gone for it on 4th down on this drive. And second time they convert. Diving into the end zone, E.J. Mason. Charlotte has its first touchdown of the season from 16 yards.
Yeah, just one-on-one. E.J. Mason on the outside. Christian Conyer, 24 for App State on him. Just a quick slant. Good throw by Harrell inside. Mason breaks the tackle and gets it in the end zone. And we talked about earlier, no quit from Tim Albin in this Charlotte team. They'll go for 2 here. Well, they're yelling right tackle, so if you're going to go for 2, you should have all your offensive linemen out there, especially your right tackle.
Great analysis, Rainey.
Well, you know, that's what I get paid for.
They pitch it back, Justin Olson going, and then he'll pop it over the top to Gus McGee. 2-point conversion is good.
Nice play call there by Todd Fitch.
So Charlotte finding the end zone, and they go for 2. Connor Harrell, by the way, 5 for his last 5 for 76 yards and a touchdown. Tim Albin's Charlotte crew scores a touchdown. They go for 2 to make it a 2-score ball game once again with 10:25 left here in the Duke's Mayo Classic. App State before that had scored 27 straight points.
And App State has their hands team out there in case an onside kick comes, so they'll get no return here.
Tim Albin is his first season as Charlotte's head coach. He won the MAC championship last year with Ohio, and he brought a tradition over to the Charlotte program, and it's handing out bricks. And how do you earn a brick? Well, it's maxing out your potential. Are you using all your resources? We're talking about study hall, the tutors, the nutritionist, the strength coach, recovery, all of the things, community service. That's how you earn a brick, and you get to keep it in your locker. And so far, 73 players have earned one.
And the education part of it was fascinating. He said, you know, you might be a 3-3 or 3-4 student, and I'm not giving you a brick, and another guy might be a 2-3 or 2-4, and he's going to get a brick because he's really worked his potential, where maybe as a 3-3, you should be a 3-6 or 3-7. So he looks at it that detailed in every aspect of it before someone gets a brick.
It was something that he started at Ohio and brought it over, felt right to bring it to the Charlotte program. Right away, just Rashad Jabinion gets the touch. First down.
10 yards. It's how you know you're tough, right? You're a good running back. When you have a dirty jersey on, like Rashad Jabinion, and you're playing on AstroTurf.
Yeah. It's not as white as it was to start this game.
I mean, there's no dirt or mud out there, and if you look at Jabinion, number 7, the front of his jersey, it's just black, it's grimy, it's gritty.
And then the pass complete to Dalton Stroman, back-to-back first downs.
And the back's a little clear. There it is, look at that.
He's got 102 yards on the ground.
Tough and gritty.
It's his third 100-yard rushing game of his career. He will add to it. I mean, trucking guys.
So you asked about contact balance, and I said, look, that is really it. You're going, you get hit, you think you're gonna go back, and nope, you end up going forward. They don't knock you backwards or knock you sideways. And he knows it, he's feeling it.
And he is gonna be the guy in the backfield. They lost Kanye Roberts in training camp to an ACL. He was going to be the number 2. Jabinion, the Arkansas transfer, is going to be the top back. Trig Lewis in there in the backfield with A.J. Swan, who's having a career night. First down thanks to Lewis.
You know, in most teams, it's changed. Back when I played, if you were the featured back, you were going to carry the ball 25, 30 times a game. That was kind of the norm in the 90s, early 2000s. Most college offenses now, it's by committee. They want to use 2 or 3 backs. But if they need a Jabinion to carry it 20, 25 times a game, he can do that, you know. But
he's got 21 touches tonight.
And he can do it. But they would love to see Trig Lewis and some of the other guys get him healthy, be able to carry some of the load for sure.
Play action for Swan, hit as he throws the deep ball into the end zone. He was looking for Stroman. Pressuring the quarterback, DJ Burgess. Derek Edwards.
And A.J. Swan got hit as he threw that ball, but I think he wanted to show us, hey, I can fire it out there about 55, 60 yards, because that's what he just did.
Yeah, we've seen some nice connections with his receivers. He's got a career-high passing yards, career-high completions, career-high attempts. Remember, started his career at Vanderbilt. That's where he had the most action of his career. And then last year was at LSU, just made 2 appearances. Hadn't thrown a touchdown pass since 2023 against Tennessee until tonight.
And again, in a quarterback like A.J. Swan, you're waiting to get that shot to shine, right? He got the start tonight. With 8:13 left in the 4th quarter, he's been lights out so far.
And you have a head coach who's also the play caller, Dowell Loggins, who's going to tailor the system to your skill set. And Jaden Barnes has been quiet in the second half. He was the star receiver in the first half. Had over 100 receiving yards in the first half, and it looked like he was A.J. Swan's favorite target.
And again, we talked about the chip on the shoulder that he plays with. Tough wide receiver. And, you know, to talk about, you talked about Coach Loggins calling plays to his personnel. He had Lenora Sellers at South Carolina, so you're going to call the game for that quarterback a little different than almost any other quarterback in the nation.
Swan going deep again for William Fowles. That pass incomplete on a late flag. CJ Cleanscale Jr. was the one in coverage.
And Swan took a pretty big hit as he threw that ball, and that's one thing. Man, you don't want, he's looked great tonight. You don't want him taking hit after hit at the end of these plays.
Defense number 12, 15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
You want to keep him upright. He's looked really good. Those hits towards the end of the game, you keep getting hit on your keister. They add up. They smart after a while.
You know, one of the keys that Coach Loggins talked to us about coming into this game, yeah, he had a lot of questions about how his squad would perform, but he was really curious to see how they would adjust. How did they settle the nerves of the first game? How do they handle adversity or success?
Yeah, and he looked good. And if you're wondering why they called pass interference on CJ Cleanscale, because he held that right hand. That's something they watch. If you hold the hand and don't allow the receiver to lift it, you're going to get called for pass interference.
Trig Lewis carried a guy on his back forward to the 16-yard line.
Yeah, I mean, Trig Lewis is a tough runner as well. And 205, 5'10", and they listed him at 5'10". Okay, I'm stretching it a little bit, Trig, but I like that, you know, the compact body like that. You have a good low center of gravity, strong lower body, and you kind of get in between those big offensive linemen and can do work in there.
We did ask why they call him Trig, and nobody's sure.
Yeah, no one really knows.
No one knows. Maceo Williams on the stop as Lewis gets back-to-back carries.
Lewis on the carry. Game 2 on the play. App State 31. Charlotte 14.
You talked about it earlier. Clearly not in a hurry. App State, take your time.
Making a couple of substitutions.
Yep.
Dubinian back on the field along with David Larkins. And now App State's going to call a timeout.
Timeout, App State, they're first.
.6:18 to go. App State threatening, trying to add to this lead.
The Duke's Mayo Classic is brought to you by DQ. Happy tastes good.
App State up 27-11, and Rashad Dubinian, welcome to App State.
Yeah, he's been excellent on a workhorse, in between the tackles, catching the ball out of the backfield. breaking tackles, finishing runs. It's exactly what you want to see out of your lead back, your main back.
Third game in his career, he's gone over the 100-yard rushing mark. He's got 111 as App State threatening once again. It's 3rd 1. They'll give it to Dubinion. Flag is down as Dubinion falls forward. Looks like enough. We'll see what the penalty is.
Jaden Ramsey, 63, is getting called with holding, and he looked back at the referee and he goes, I didn't hold them, but you're getting called, Jaden. Ramsey, he's looking up at the scoreboard and he's like, I didn't hold. He's looking.
How would you grade this offensive line
I think
tonight?
I think they've played well. And one of the points of emphasis was the O-line needs to gel. And I think, you know, for first game out, it's the one unit. It's 5 guys that really have to work together cohesively. And again, with the transfer portal, you get a lot of new guys, a lot of new pieces, people moving around. I thought they played really well tonight. You know, Will Flowers, 73, the center, kind of the leader right in the middle of it.
And at the top, Isaiah Cummings. Mark just inside the 2.
Yeah, and Cummings is going to be a nightmare in conference play because he's 6'4", 240. He's a tight end and he can run. So he's a matchup nightmare. I mean, this is a bang 8. This is a skinny post that a 240-pound man is running like he's a 190-pound wide receiver. So, yeah, matchup nightmare for teams as this season goes on. And another really good throw by A.J. Swan.
Yeah, 22-yard pickup. Isaiah Cummings, a guy that moved from wide receiver to tight end in 2021. Swan trying to pull people with him.
Yeah.
Caden Schmidt, one of them.
It was a zone read. He made the right pull because a guy came across his face and was going to tackle Rashad Dubinion, so he kept it. But I think we'll probably get a play here from Coach Loggins where more of a direct handoff to big number 7.
They got both their backs in, Dubinion and Lewis. Dubinion takes the snap, had to scoop up the low snap, marking him short of the goal line.
Now, I gave kudos to Will Flowers, 73, but he has had some low snaps tonight. So something, again, that they'll clean up. And when you do a direct snap to a running back, when it's low like that, it kills the play because the timing's off. You got to get it up to his waist, and that prevented him from scoring there.
Third and goal. Swan rolling out. Firing in the back of the end zone. Touchdown, App State.
Yeah, great play call. Pistol set. Slide to the left.
Alex Sanchez with the catch.
Yeah, they dragged Dubinion underneath, and Sanchez, 16 on top. Swan finds him in the back of the end zone.
It's a true freshman out of Loganville, Georgia, with his first career touchdown. Four minutes to go in the opener, and App State increasing its lead. Well, the true freshman Alex Sanchez just caught his first career touchdown, Loganville's finest. He's put App State up 34-11 here in the Duke's Mayo Classic. 4 minutes to go. And Charlotte will let this one go back. Tomorrow at 9 a.m. Eastern on ESPN and the all-new app. We celebrate the coach, Lee Corso's final college game day after 38 years from the shoe in Columbus, Ohio, the site of #1 Texas and #3 Ohio State. Also the site of the first time he donned mascot's headgear. It was Brutus.
I had the opportunity to, I'm dating myself, play against Coach Corso. In 1995, I was in the Hula Bowl All-Star game, and Coach Corso coached the West team, and Mike Gottfried, former coach and ESPN analyst, coached the East team. And
that's awesome.
The East won, so yeah, 1995, long time ago, but yeah, got to play against Coach.
My goodness.
Mr. McBurrows, ouch. When
Just a thought.
When you hear ooh by the crowd, you know, yeah, that's how you come up and hit someone. Laid out so you can hear the oohs. That's Mr. McBurrows meets Mr. Gainey. Hello.
Connor Harrell in the Charlotte offense, every time you feel like they get a little bit of momentum.
2 steps forward, 3 steps back, something like that, or 1 step 2. You get the picture.
I understand what you meant. And that pass was tipped. It goes incomplete. Earlier in this half, Connor Harrell took a hard hit. They eventually ejected Jalen Willis for targeting for that hit. He played one more play and then went to the injury tent. We did see him come back in, and he's looked okay since then.
Yeah, and I know Harrell, and I don't have stat monitor in front of me. I know, stat-wise, he's not going to probably look great, but
13 of 23, 142 yards, a touchdown and interception.
He has all the tools. I mean, I don't think he's played horrible tonight. I just think, they're getting beat by a better App State team week 1, especially up front.
Ooh, and that was almost picked off. Handed out of the hands of Juan Burchell. So Charlotte will be forced to punt. 3:06 left in the game. Charlotte scored first. They kicked the field goal in the first quarter, but then App State went on a tear. 17 points in the second quarter, 10 points in the third.
And Burchell doing some push-ups, trying to get loose, get warmed up, thinking about going to bed.
Jaden Barnes backing up to get this one. Trying the other way. And he'll be dropped at the 30. Well, for Coach Tim Alvin, there's a couple of things that he was looking at and how they measure things in his program. Week 1 priorities, TFC, takeaways, field position, and Charlotte, don't beat Charlotte. I think there's definitely some room to grow in these 3 areas.
All 3, and he'll bring it up. And I said it earlier. From week 1 to week 2, it's your biggest progress, especially when you have 55 or 56 new players and a whole new coaching staff. So a lot to clean up, and they will.
And for App State, a new quarterback out there, J.J. Cole, who was in the quarterback race with A.J. Swan, didn't make a decision, didn't let that decision be known until today, before the game, who was going to start. Kamani Alexander with the carry. And J.J. Cole, the transfer from Iowa State. He was a top 10 quarterback coming out of high school. It gets to App State with 3 seasons of eligibility left. And like we said, it was such a close call between him and A.J. Swan.
Yeah. Big, 6'7", can't miss him. Long arms. He looks skinny, but he's really, they list him at 245. He's a thick guy. He's just very tall. Make all the throws.
And completes that pass to Dalton Stroman. That's his first passing attempt since the 2023 season at BYU. And that'll take us to the 2-minute timeout. Dalton Stroman slow to get up. He's helped up by his teammates. We step aside. A.J. Swan getting the start for App State tonight. Look at his numbers, 368 yards, a career high through the air, 3 touchdowns, and no interceptions.
I'm going to go out on a limb and say he solidified himself as the starter.
J.J. Cole in the game now. We were told going into the game Swan would start, and we might see Cole come in unless Swan was looking really good, and he was looking really good.
And you know, it's a great position for Coach Loggins because you don't want your starter to struggle and then you're second guessing, and then let me put the other guy in. A.J. Swan from the jump went out there and played a heck of a ball game, and yeah, he solidified himself as a starter.
Play action for Cole. Over the top into traffic, pass incomplete. What do you think about the weapons around A.J. Swan?
Yeah, Jaden Barnes, real deal, played great again. Came from FCS, chip on your shoulder, looked good. Talked about Isaiah Cummings. I think he's going to be a monster from that tight end position. Larkins made a catch from tight end. Dubinion, Trig Lewis, Stroman's made some plays. You see the freshman Sanchez. So yeah, they have weapons around him on offense. They're going to be a good team in the Sun Belt once again. There's no doubt.
Ball popped loose. Charlotte's got it. Charlotte's looking for the end zone, and they find it. It's a touchdown for the 49ers.
Running on the field is an interception recovered by the defense. Touchdown.
Gavin Shipman.
The scoop and score.
Look, is the cat.
And right when we were talking up the skill guys, clearly looked like a fumble to me. It gets knocked out. Good job by Gavin Shipman to scoop it up and take it to the house.
The ruling on the field of a catch and a fumble recovered by the defense is under video review.
And don't know about you guys, but I think we need at least one more video review in this game. So
well, you got it.
We're getting it.
I think Gavin Williams was the one that was able to force the fumble.
Gavin and Gavin there, right? Gavin.
Yep, it's Gavin Shipman.
Yep.
The scoop and score.
I mean, to me, it looked like he controlled it, took a step, football move. The hit comes in by Willis, knocks it loose. Shipman scoops it and scores. I think this is a good play. And if you're a Charlotte fan, you're saying, just cut us some slack, you know. Give us the play. And I think they will. And I talked about it earlier. Tim Elbin's teams, these teams don't quit.
I was about to say that.
Shipman saying, come on, let me have it. Let me have it. But his fate is with replay. We shall find out.
They called it a fumble and a touchdown by Charlotte.
After video review, it's an incomplete pass. It'll be 4th down. Please reset the game clock to 1:23. 1:23 on the game clock, please.
So they say he did not have possession.
And the Charlotte fans go, yep, that's our luck. Hey, listen, it was close. Bang, bang. Yeah, to me, though, I'm not going to beat a dead horse. I thought he possessed it, made a football move, and fumbled it. It was called a fumble on the field. I think it was so close. To me, I don't have clear and obvious that it was incomplete, but I'm not the replay official, so I said my piece, we move on.
Yeah, so J.J. Cole comes back out there with the App State offense. It's 4th and 7. After what was now an incomplete pass.
Well, J.J. Cole says, listen, I can spin it too.
Yeah, he throws it to Jackson Greer.
Yeah.
Jackson Greer, the son of Chris, who is the GM of the Miami Dolphins.
Former teammate of mine at UMass. A lot of people don't know that. Chris Greer was a wide receiver at UMass, got hurt as an undergrad, and Chris's dad, Jackson's grandfather, Bobby Greer, longtime NFL exec with the New England Patriots.
Alexander with a nice run, spinning for some extra yardage.
And just to finish off, Jackson's brother, Landon, is the assistant GM for App State. So,
and Dowell Loggins actually spent time with the Dolphins. So.
It's GM and executive. It's in the family blood.
For this App State team, a slow start, but they're going to walk away with Charlotte and walk away from Bank of America Stadium with a victory tonight, starting 1-0 on the season.
Yeah, I think Coach Loggins' first career win as a head coach, got to be ecstatic. But as all head coaches, he'll want to clean some stuff up. Charlotte, of course, lots to clean up, but his team, Coach Albin's team, never quit tonight, fought to the end. And excited for both these programs and the direction they're heading. You know, last year, App State losing record, 5-6, kind of, you know, that's not the norm for them. I don't expect that. I talked about that 180 that you can do in 1 year. I expect App State to do a 180 for sure this season.
And for App State, A.J. Swan getting the start, the best thing you saw out of him tonight.
Boy, just his poise in the pocket, his ability to run the offense, spread the field, and spread it around to a lot of different receivers tonight.
He had a career high through the air, 368 yards. Rashad Dominion, impressive on the ground with 111 yards rushing. And App State will walk away with a victory. They are 1-0, 34. 34-17, 34-11.